Here is a question that school will never prepare you for. Why does the class topper, the one with perfect grades and flawless memorization, sometimes struggle to find their footing in the real world? And why does the quiet backbencher, the one who was never the best at anything, sometimes go on to build an empire? The answer is not intelligence. It's not luck. It is a specific, rare, and learnable form of maturity. It's the ability to make people of any age, your friends, your parents, your future colleagues, feel so profoundly safe with you that they would trust you with their deepest truths. This skill, this ability to be a human vault, is the foundation for an extraordinary life. Because when you truly understand people, you make better decisions. Today, we are learning how to cultivate that maturity. We're learning the Ginko Method. For those who don't know, Ginko is a mushi master. He travels a timeless Japan, helping people with supernatural, often deeply personal, problems. But his real power isn't magic. It's his ability to listen without judgment. He is the embodiment of trust. His method is built on 3 pillars. Pillar 1, the empty cup. The art of listening. The first pillar is the simplest to understand and the hardest to practice. To truly listen, your own mind must be empty. Most of us don't listen. We wait for our turn to speak. We're formulating our clever reply, our brilliant advice, our own similar story. Our cup is already full of our own ego, so there is no room for what the other person is pouring into it. Ginko's technique is different. When he listens, he is a void. He offers no premature solutions. He doesn't interrupt. He honors the silence, knowing that people will often rush to fill it with the truth they were most afraid to say. Your mission is to practice this. The next time a friend comes to you with a problem, make your mind an empty cup. Don't offer advice. Don't tell your own story. Just listen. Listen to the words, but more importantly, listen to the emotion behind the words. Your goal is not to solve, but simply to understand. Pillar 2, the mirror, the art of validation after you listen. The instinct is to give advice, to fix it. This is the second mistake. People rarely want a solution, at least not at first. They want validation. They want to know that their feelings are real and that they're not crazy for feeling them. Your job is not to be a judge, but a mirror. You must reflect their feelings back to them to show that you have truly heard them. Learn these phrases. They're like social cheat codes. That sounds incredibly frustrating. I can completely see why you would feel that way. It makes perfect sense that you're angry about that. Notice, validation is not the same as agreement. You don't have to agree with their actions to validate their emotions. A friend might say, I yelled at my parents and I feel terrible. A bad response is, well, you shouldn't have yelled. A Ginko response is, it sounds like you were really overwhelmed and you regret how you handled it. By being a mirror, you create a space of absolute psychological safety. You build a bridge of trust that advice alone could never construct. Pillar 3, the compass, the art of gentle guidance only after you have listened and validated. Only after trust is absolute can you begin to help. But a master of maturity never gives answers. They give a compass. Giving direct advice, you should do this, is often an act of ego. It removes the other person's autonomy. Ginko never does this. He explains the nature of the problem. He lays out the possible paths and their consequences, and he lets the person make their own informed decision. He guides. He does not dictate. You can do this by asking powerful, open-ended questions. Instead of, you should break up with them. Ask, what does a happy, healthy relationship look like to you? Instead of, you should quit that job. Ask, what are the things you could do that would bring more energy into your life? You're helping them find their own answer. This empowers them, and it deepens their trust in you because you've shown you respect their ability to navigate their own life. Conclusion. How trust builds your future, the empty cup, the mirror, the compass. This is the foundation of true maturity. And this is why that backbencher won. They mastered this in small ways every day. They truly listened to their first employees. They validated the frustrations of their first customers. They asked their first business partners insightful questions instead of making demands. By becoming a trusted confidant, you build a library of human experience in your mind. You learn what truly motivates people, what they fear, what they desire. This deep, profound understanding of others is the ultimate tool for making brilliant decisions in your own life. You see the patterns others miss. The grades you get will open doors. But it is this level of maturity that will determine which rooms you are invited into once you've walked through them.